away. He puts it in. 0 seconds remaining. Maybe teams are gonna be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness. What is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato. Scott. Oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through.
He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. Backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Now, hold on. Surely this can't. Oh my lord.
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Stay on the goal line. He did not nearly over. Sweet. It comes through. The venom, the improbable, the impossible. The 4-time champions.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. I'm your best friend, Gallium, and today, to start off this Monday, we have an exceptional match coming your way. Rival League action. We have Galaxy taking on Hydra, and I'm joined in the booth by the absolute GOAT, Dronas. How you doing?
I'm doing incredible. It's good to be back. Good to be back here in week number 6. And yeah, this is a really interesting matchup to look at in the Rival League. Hydra they've been a fun team to watch. They have had some really, really strong matchups. They started the season 5-0, and now they are 7-3. They have had 3 losses out of their last 5 matches, and all 3 of those losses were Game 5 losses. They have had some tough luck as of recent times.
You know, I think one of those losses was on stream. So, you know, just a little extra salt in the wound there. But besides this matchup being great, I just want to preface this beforehand. We will not have Player of the Week today. That will be on Wednesday. So I'm sorry if you tuned into the stream for Player of the Week. Still stick around because this matchup is going to be incredible. We have Galaxy against Hydra. Hydra don't have Dr. Brown for this matchup. They're going to be feeling Saucy Oshi and Kalibir. And I honestly, that's a big blow for this Hydra squad.
Yeah, Dr. Brown has proved to be a leader for that team. I mean, he's kind of one of the tops in the MMR, but he also really has been able to show out as kind of one of the backbones of that team. It'll be really interesting to see how they do without him. Again, they've been facing that tough luck lately. We'll see if they can turn it around without Dr. Brown versus Galaxy.
You know what? They might just do it as Galaxy's going to field ACX, Spuff, and Boy Wonder. We're getting game number 1 underway here, ladies and gentlemen. And the kickoff is going the way of this Hydra squad. Boy Wonder is going to get up with it. Boy Wonder, newly acquired player for this Galaxy squad. We'll see what kind of a difference he makes, but almost not much of one, as a goal was almost had there. Demo coming out. Can't quite find the back of the net as a double commit coming out now for this Galaxy squad. And luckily, the third man bats it away. Saucy takes a nice 50. Boy Wonder with an attempt of a shot, but it deflects off of a defender. Spuff up to ACX, down to Boy Wonder. And oh my goodness, what a save from Saucy. How did he get to that one?
I don't know. That was a great lunging stop. You gotta felt that there should have been a follow-up there for Galaxy, but no one wanted to go for the second shot. It was just left wide open, and Hydra able to get back now in transition.
Oh my goodness. That is an incredible save. And, you know, you can't shoot it better than that. I mean, it was top right. And, you know, it just shows that this Hydra team won't quit. Even when they're down their best player, they still will fight to the bitter end as we have Spuff over to Boy Wonder, who hits it off the backboard. ACX down the pitch into the goal, and he has his first of the match.
Yeah, able to just turn things up. You can see the defense get a little bit too clustered, and then Kalibir flipping off the crossbar just the wrong way. Wanted that squishy save, but no dice.
Yeah, Kalibir is the lowest MMR player on this Hydra squad. He's subbing in for Dr. Brown. Big shoes to fill, but you know what? I've seen crazier as we have Boy Wonder taking it down the pitch, and Spuff is up with this one. Spuff, my fellow AGM, gotta love that guy. You know, I'm excited to see him play. We have the GM and AGM of Space Jam on the same team, so you know it's just exciting stuff for the Space Jam organization as we have Hydra taking it up. So far, have gotten very little offense, and if I'm going to be quite honest here, Dronas, I can't remember the last time they were in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they've been getting pushed back time and time again, and We'll see if they're going to be able to turn it around. I mean, I'm really interested in seeing really these two teams figure each other out as, you know, as time goes on. We've seen Hydra, they've had tough luck in the longer series, and I think if Galaxy are able to push them maybe to a game 4, to a game 5, that's going to favor them.
You know what? I honestly think it will. As you know what, you know what, Hydra, they might not have the offense right now, but as we see a nice pass coming out and no follow up, it seems like no one wants to follow up and score the ball so far. Dossie dishes it out. He's going to be on the sidewall. Spuff going to get a demo on Colabeer. Oshi with a shot. He really impressed me in his game on stream a couple weeks back. I believe I casted that one, and he just looked phenomenal in his stream debut. And I'm looking for him to really make a difference here. As Boy Wonder with a shot, he's going to sneak in his first.
Yeah, and that's Axe up high, clearing the path, just sends it off the back wall. Saucy up, but not for long. Boy Wonder right side behind the defense, and Galaxy double their lead.
Wow, incredible that they have gotten the lead this quickly against a Hydra squad who's pretty good. As we see Spuff gets a touch, can't find the 50 there. Oshi takes it down. Boy Wonder seems to find the ball. He is a magnet attached to his car that just brings the ball to him. An exceptional shooter. I think that's his best quality is Spuff. Off the backboard, Axe, can he read this? No, he cannot. Spuff, unfortunately, cannot make contact with that one. Axe up with one, tries to get a second, a nice 50, and that's what you want from your first man right there, getting a nice 50. And Hydra still in their own end, can't quite break out as this Galaxy pressure is mounting, and it seems like it might be greater than ever.
Yeah, we saw Hydra they kind of got off to a hot start in this game. We saw a lot of early shooting, but weren't really able to break through. Now we're seeing another good shot, but still nothing quite enough, and maybe something might start to turn around here in the last 90 seconds. It's going to have to.
You know what? I honestly, I could see that happening for sure, but, you know, they have a long road ahead of them. Let's just hope this road isn't too long and too dark as Boy Wonder is up with it. Gets one past two and almost gets the ball hit right back into his car. He was no boost, just floating towards that one. Axe off the backboard. Colabeer with 0 boost. Tries to pass it to Ochi, but passes it right to Spuff, and Spuff is going to get his first.
Yeah, just one of those one missed touch. You can see the entire defense extremely congested, moving up the field. Spuff said, thank you very much, puts it in himself, and Galaxy, they don't look like they're going to slow down at this point.
No, not at all. It seems like they have a firm grasp on not only this game one, but the series so far. So Hydra going to have to make some adjustments, if not in this game one, but the rest of the series. Is Axe a nice save on the goal line. And you know what? This Hydra squad, they've had the shots. I'll give them credit. They've had 6 shots so far. Galaxy has 6 shots as well. So it's not like they're getting outshot. I just feel like the chances aren't as quality as I think Galaxy's chances are. Obviously, they've capitalized on most of them. As Boy Wonder, speaking of a chance, it's off the backboard. Can't quite find the touch. It's sent out. Boy Wonder is going to let Axe have this one. Axe gets a touch. Boy Wonder going to chase down that ball. Oshi just on the backboard waiting for anything to develop. Axe off the backboard himself gets a couple nice touches, but keeps it going to the sidewall, just keeping possession. A very good trait in an elite team. Boy Wonder off the ceiling, can't find the next touch, and now Axe, he might have a shot. He doesn't. Ball's floating up, 1 second left. Spuff is going to go for the bump, and that's a game 1 victory for Galaxy in very convincing fashion.
Yeah, they ultimately just look so clean at this point, and they didn't have to do too much. Hydra, unfortunately, just could not get anything going offensively. You can see in that shot category, it was the same. Galaxy had 6, Hydra had 6, but obviously the scoreline of 3-0 just stands out completely. We saw Galaxy, their defense, a little bit sharper. Hydra, theirs not quite as much. It looked a little bit awkward at times, but the other thing is Hydra, they need to be better with those shots. They need to be more intentional. They need to find a way to get through more consistently because Galaxy, they didn't look like they needed to do too much.
You know, at Galaxy, they just looked like everything was flowing so smoothly on the offensive zone. What I really appreciated is they kept possession pretty much the entire time. Even though they couldn't generate a chance at sometimes, they just kept air dribbling the ball to the other wall just for another teammate to come and keep possession. So that's what you see out of very good teams, is that momentum. You got to keep the opposing team on the back foot at all times. And I think that's what Galaxy did so well in that game 1. But it's now game 2. We're at the train station. Some crazy things could happen in this game 2. Hydra gonna need to win this one to have any hope in this series. It seems as, wait a second, Spuff almost gonna have a shot. Boy Wonder with almost a full tank of boost, just gonna pass it down. Ace not gonna be there to get it. Spuff flips away from it. And now Ace gets a nice 50. Oshi off the backboard. Saucy gonna leave it. And now Boy Wonder gets a touch. Gets a nice 50. And now Spuff and Ace kind of both gather to get that one down the pitch. Spuff up with 1. Oshi gonna try to beat out Boy Wonder, and he's very successful. And you know what? With almost a minute gone in this match, it seems like it's just gonna be the same old from this Galaxy squad.
I mean, it's looked a little bit awkward in this first minute, to be frank. I mean, we've seen a couple whiffs here and there, a couple missed touches, a couple backflips and double commits. It looks like both teams are just a little bit maybe on edge here in game number 2. In Galaxy, they do have that bit of buffer with taking game 1, so they have room to make a couple mistakes here and there. But Hydra, they really got to start sharpening things up.
100%. And you know what? Both teams are obviously going to make mistakes because it is on stream, as we see one right there from Colabeer. He has made a couple in this series so far. Stream nerves do have a big effect on how the game is played, and I think that's a contributing factor in almost all the stream games. But you have to calm your nerves, and I think a great way to do that is get a goal on the board early, because once you have that goal, everything kind of just clicks into place. You know what your responsibilities are. As we see Colabeer up with 1. Hits off the ceiling, but he can't find the next touch. Boy Wonder bounces it. Saucy going to be there to collect that one. Now Spuff down the pitch. Saucy going to leave it, and now Spuff shoots it right into Saucy. The 50 going out. Boy Wonder off the backboard. He sends it out to Ace, who almost gets a shot on target. But wait, Oshi might have a chance here. Can't corral that one. Colabeer with the shot, and the Hydra team has scored their first goal of the series.
And it's about time, and who else but Colabeer to really break through. Saucy was just all over Spuff, forced him a little bit too far upfield, but not quite close enough to make a play on the ball, and Colabeer got him beat, plain and simple.
And that's the type of play that really can define a series, as all you need is 1 goal, and the opponents to score 0 goals to win a game. You know, that's all you need, but I mean, if you're this Hydra team, you wouldn't mind a couple more goals here, as Galaxy has looked very proficient on the offensive end. Colabeer, the scorer of that goal on the defensive side. Oshi over to Colabeer, who's going to flip past that one. This ball is floating up in the Hydra zone. Ace in the midfield. Spuff can't reach that one. Such a close chance for this Galaxy team, as Boy Wonder gets a nice 50. Ace up with it. Boy Wonder gonna hopefully shoot, and he almost actually puts that one on target. It was a little close for Hydra, and they're just keeping up the pressure. So far, 6 shots in this game, but they've netted 0 goals so far. What do you think has to change for this Galaxy squad, or is it just Hydra playing defense that much better than game 1?
I mean, I definitely think the defense has looked a lot better from Hydra, but I still think the offense from Galaxy can find some ways through. This could be a good chance. No, that's a great touch from Saucy, but again, finding each other a little more on the offensive side, maybe keeping that ball a little bit closer. Hydra have done well being able to kind of break up these plays, as you can see it time and time again.
Yeah, they've done a much better job. It seems like they're more confident and less hesitant. I think that's a big problem with some of the teams, is you can't be hesitant in the defensive zone. That's the one place you can't be hesitant. Offense, sure. Like, you know what? You don't need to score a goal every single time you're in the offensive zone, but defense, you need to save the ball every time you're on the defensive end. So I feel like, you know, for this Hydra team, they just need to trust their gut. And I think that's what they're starting to do a little bit more. Is Colabeer, it's going to waterfall down. Can anyone be there? No, he hits it off the backboard. Spuff gets a touch down the pitch. Saucy going to be there and going to give it right to Oshi, who gets a touch. Gets a second. He can't find a third, as Boy Wonder plays exceptional defense right there. He's going to get a touch. Wave dash. Try to find a pass, but Oshi there to meet him. Spuff with a little bit of a makeshift pinch. Off the backboard it goes. Can Ace maybe find a shot? No, he's going to opt for the pass here. Boy Wonder sending it down. Ace going to... he has 12 boosts to work with, and he finally gets 100. He's going to maybe go for a demo, but Hydra staying strong. 35 seconds left in this match. Can Galaxy find a goal to even out this game 2, or will Hydra sneak away with a game 2 victory here? Spuff chasing down this ball. He can't make contact. Boy Wonder misses his touch, and now Oshi, nice fake on Spuff. He continues to have himself a great game, a great series so far as Colibeer gets a touch, cannot find the second, almost snuck it past him. Saucy with a great shot. Colibeer out in the midfield. Boy Wonder gonna pop it high. Spuff gets it over another, and now Saucy gonna be there to send it the other way. He has to put it to the ground. Can he do it? No, not yet. It's still up in the air. Boy Wonder pops it high to Spuff. Spuff can't find another touch, and now it's Ace off the backboard. Well, I guess if you count Saucy the backboard, as he's gonna send it down the pitch. It's in the midfield. Colibeer is gonna keep it up. You know, a little interesting play, but I don't mind it. But Oshi gonna eventually put it to the ground, and Hydra looked much better in that game too, and you can really start to see why they've been so successful this season.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was the defense was clicking a lot more. Again, we kind of mentioned it halfway through that match. They were really doing well interrupting the offensive plays that Galaxy were developing. They were doing a great job taking away those passes before they really started. You could see Galaxy towards the end of that match, they looked almost out of options. They were trying to get more and more creative, whether that be bump plays, passing plays, trying to pepper the backboard, but nothing they did worked, and that is such a frustrating feeling to have as a player. Now they have to go into this next game and still try and figure something out.
You know what? And that's what series are for. You know, it's a best of 5. There's some trial and error to be had. Games 1 and 2 are perfect time to try out things and see what works. And yeah, I think games 3, 4, and 5 are where you execute those plans. Is, you know, at this game 3, big for both teams. It's a swing game. Whoever wins this one has match point in the series. Spuff off the backboard. Saucy gonna get a touch. Maybe a double. Can't find the touch, but almost a double from Colibeer. He had to attempt that one, or else he was getting stuffed at the goal line. Oshi sends it back to Saucy, who pops it high. Can anyone from Galaxy get to it? And no, Colibeer gets to it. Ace running back to this one. He's gonna get a nice 50. Oshi 50s it high. Boy Wonder kind of finagling his way up the ceiling. Spuff gonna get a nice 50, and that's a beautiful 50 from Spuff to put his team up by 1.
Yeah, and Spuff he seemed to be a guy who can create plays seemingly out of nothing. There's one there, jumping right behind Boy Wonder, and there's just nothing the defense can do in that situation. Colibeer thought he had a free clear, and Spuff just came flying past it.
You know what? That was just such a beautiful play. You call that luck all you want, but that's a power of 50s. But Saucy, he's gonna snipe it, and now it's tied 1-1.
I mean, it's always great to do a turnaround, and Spuff getting dunked himself, and then Oshi a dime out middle to Saucy, and there's just nothing you can do from point blank range if you're Spuff there. And Hydra, you gotta respect the ability to, you know, take a tough conceding goal for the first one and then get right back into it.
You know, it's a bounce back for this Hydra team that has really impressed me. You know, after being beaten 3-0 in game 1, they come out game 2, win that one, and now in game 3 they get scored on early, and they've responded within 5 seconds of that first goal. So, you know, just there's resilience from this Hydra squad. They won't quit, they won't give up, and it seems like they're never down on their luck as Ace to the backboard. Spuff gonna be there. Saucy and Colibeer pinch it out. Oshi can't find the redirect. A very good chance. Saucy pops it high. Spuff gonna be there. He scored one already in this game 3. Can he score another one? Gets a nice flip reset, and I think a little bit of an accidental double there as Boy Wonder 50s it. Ace gonna try to 50 him himself, but Colibeer is just big bodying this whole Galaxy team and somehow gets it to the other end.
Yeah, got a little bit of a bump from behind there to help him out, but ultimately not getting punished for it is Galaxy. Now we're kind of seeing both these teams at a little bit of a standoff here. Gallium approaching the halfway point here in game 3.
You know, both teams just trying to find that control of the midfield. That's so important, especially in Rival League. Is controlling that midfield as we have Boy Wonder trying to sneak it behind, and he did. Had to have Colibeer come up behind. As it's off the backboard, Spuff accidentally side flips, and now Boy Wonder sends it off the sidewall. Spuff is gonna beat his defender, and now Oshi left to defend. Ace just puts it top left, and Galaxy are up by 1.
Yeah, ultimately just saw a lot of good pressure. Spuff the outspeed, and Oshi just too awkward, needed to charge that ball off the backboard, just send it safely to the corner, tried to hesitate, maybe start an air dribble out of his own side and got burned.
You know what? Play with fire, you're gonna get burned, and I think he got burned there. Spuff, instead of the bump, accidentally passes it out, but Boy Wonder is gonna find the finish, and Galaxy are somehow finding these goals out of what I think are very interesting opportunities.
Yeah, Spuff and Ace just doing everything they can to make that play uncomfortable for Oshi, and they did their job well, and then all Boy Wonder had to do was fly in, send that one through, and, you know, we saw a 1-1 game. Now Galaxy have immediately turned it up, but this looks like a dangerous mistake, and they'll get punished the other way.
You know what? Goals just flying left and right here, and it's just mistake after mistake from both teams, seeming to cost them some goals here. As Oshi's gonna put it in the back of the net, and now Hydra only down by one. We've seen them come back from deficits like this before. Actually, it was early on in this game three where they came back from a deficit. We see Ace taking control of the ball, flicks it atop right, and you know, he gets it over two defenders, but unfortunately not a follow there. Spuff gonna try to beat them, and now a double commit comes out from Hydra. That's very dangerous. Boy Wonder gets a very punishing touch, but the backboard defense is there for Hydra. Oshi sends it down in the midfield. Ace up with one. He can't find another touch as he's out of boost. Colibeer gets one, tries to hit a Cuxer, but unfortunately does not quite have the power that he probably wanted on that one. Ace gonna send it down. He's gonna drive it into the Hydra zone. Spuff up with it. He gets a nice 50. Can Boy Wonder finish? Oh my goodness. Colibeer with the great save, but now this is an opportunity for Hydra. Puts it bottom left, and that's beautiful placement from the substitute.
Yeah, not looking like a substitute on that play, making the save, finding the turnaround, the demo through the midfield as well, but the placement on that shot as well is clinical.
Oh man, you know, chills, absolute chills from Colibeer. I mean, you know, he struggled so heavily in that game one. It just seems like mistake after mistake was coming from him, but now he just seems so comfortable. And it's not only in the offensive end. Yes, he scored a lot this series, but his defense is exceptional. I mean, he racks up I like at least 2 saves every game. He's just very much a pest in that defensive zone, and Galaxy are going to have to find a way to deal with him if they want to win this series as it's off the backboard. Boy Wonder with a touch, going to try to 50 out Saucy, but unsuccessful. Colibeer gets a demo onto Ace, and now Oshi has a little bit of room. He's going to send it off the ceiling. Spuff going to be there to contain that one. All 3 Galaxy players are in the corner. That's not ideal, as Oshi off the backboard it goes. Boy Wonder there to corral that one. He sends it across. Can Spuff find a touch? Of course he does. A bang down the pitch. Boy Wonder off the backboard. Can Ace find the shot? But another great save from Colibeer, even though it didn't count on the scoreboard. Boy Wonder tries to fake out Oshi, but he doesn't fall for it. Colibeer cuts the ball, and now Ace up with it. He can't find it past this Hydra defense, who seems to be so good right now. Boy Wonder off the sidewall, tries to get a double, and he successfully does, but wait, that causes a little bit of commotion in the Hydra zone. It's going to be saved away. Spuff. Oh my goodness, top right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, jumping on that mistake immediately. Oshi panicked, boomed it off the sidewall, and Spuff, a beauty to the far post upper 90, and no one could save that.
I thought it was a pass. You know, I was like, you know, that's a pretty solid pass, but then it just traveled in the back of the net. That was a beautifully placed shot, but Hydra still in this one. Less than 15 seconds to go. Colibeer off the ceiling. He gets a nice touch out to midfield. Oshi with a 50. He gets it. Colibeer gets demoed for his troubles, and now a bump comes out in the Galaxy zone. Ace gets one. All they have to do is pop it down, and they have a Game 3 victory, and they successfully do. Galaxy, it seemed like after this game was tied 3-3, they lost all their momentum, but with that shot from Spuff, everything just didn't matter anymore as they sneak away with this Game 3 victory, and they are now on match point.
I mean, it was still a good looking game from Hydra, being down 3-1, being able to bring it back and tie it up. But again, the clock started to wind down. The defense started to panic. We saw a couple double commits, saw that one loose ball just sent off of the sidewall, and who else but Spuff to capitalize on it. He was really all over the place offensively for Galaxy this game, as he really has been all series. But now going into game number 4, Hydra have to win back to back. And I said it at the beginning of this series, Gallium. If Galaxy are able to get it to game 4, game 5, I think that just favors them more and more.
You know what? I think it just might, as Jonas, this is Forbidden Temple after all. It's game 4, Forbidden Temple. Some wacky things happen, and Jonas, I apologize. My etiquette hasn't really been the best. I forgot to ask for your prediction, so I'm just gonna ask for this game 4 in particular. Who do you think's taking this one?
I think here in game 4, it's going to go the way of Hydra. I think we're going to see them start to change things up a little bit. I think their offense is going to get a little more aggressive. We're going to see some of that sharper defense that was able to cut down plays from Galaxy. I think we're going to see them take this 4th game, and I think Galaxy are going to get the job done in game 5, and it's going to be another heartbreaker for Hydra. But you know what? They're going to get on the board first here.
You might just be a fortune teller, Dronas, as Saucy gets it over to an Oshi with the follow-up there. Beautiful play from those two guys as they have to carry a lot of Dr. Brown's load, but it seems like it's not really that much of a weight that they need to carry because Calavier has just looked phenomenal in this series, but it's off the backward. Boy Wonder with a free double tap, and he gets it. It's now tied.
Yeah, I mean, he's just automatic if he's given that. The bump came through, got the clear chip, and that is just a wide open net, and that's exactly what you like to see if you're going for a free double. So this one tied up quickly, and this looking a little similar to last game.
Just a little bit similar, but, it is game 4 after all. Some things can happen as, oh my goodness, Saucy, a beautiful 50. He sends it off the backboard. Almost a dangerous shot there, Spuff. Up to Boy Wonder, but he misses his touch. Calavier down to Oshi, who sends it into the car of Ace. Saucy now. Off the backboard it goes. Powerful backboard shot, but Boy Wonder with a nice backboard read. It's up, and Calavier with a very clutch save. He pinches it out, but it's still in danger as Ace gets a nice touch here. Saucy sends it down the pitch. It's in the midfield. Boy Wonder gonna turn for that one. He's gonna get a touch. Maybe a second. He does. Spuff misses his touch. A calculated fake, but it goes into a bump, and those are the kinds of plays that win your team games. Even when you do make a little bit of a mistake, just trying to right that mistake as fast as possible is key here, Dronas.
Yeah, Spuff is a guy who very much has his eyes set forward when whether he's going for something offensively or looking to play support, he's always looking to move up the field, and you can see him move so quickly forward. Even if he misses the ball, doesn't get the touch or the pass he wants, he will immediately turn, look for a bump, look for something else he can do to contribute moving the play forward.
Even though the bump meta isn't quite as powerful as it used to be, it's still so effective as Boy Wonder doesn't need it. He's just gonna big body this ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, Spuff again finding a great double here to open things up. And you see Oshi rotated far post, but then again trying to make a play on that ball from that angle. It's just all Boy Wonder. He puts away a second. He has got the 2 for Galaxy so far.
And he is that new pickup, as I mentioned, and such a great pickup. I mean, DJD could not stop talking about this guy, and I don't blame him. His Boy Wonder, just exceptional Rocket League from him. He's just such a clinical goal scorer, not only in this series, but as I've watched him in the Nemesis Gaming League for some years now, he just seems to always find the ball in places where I honestly don't know how he shoots the ball in the back of the net sometimes, but he finds his way. As wait a second, Boy Wonder might have a shot here. Saucy and his teammate are gonna 50 it up. Oshi down the pitch it goes. This Hydra team needs a goal here to even out this game 4, and they've done it before. We'll see if they can't do it here. Spuff, a nice 50. It's gonna go down the pitch. He's gonna get some dashes going on the wall. Ace up with it. Calavier, a nice 50. Now this is a chance for Hydra, but 2 of them don't have boost. Calavier almost with the 50. Boy Wonder gonna deny that one. Boy Wonder sends it out. Can anyone be there to follow it? Spuff gonna head on back, and Ace gonna bang it down. Saucy has to be there to corral that one. He misses his touch. Boy Wonder, can he get the read? He does. It's off the backboard, but Oshi, a beautiful save there, and that could have been real dangerous, Dronas.
Yeah, that looked like a great looking shot, but unfortunately it's just one of those ones where the angle so tough to find consistently. Now some good pressure. Another big save comes through.
I mean, it seems like Spuff just, the only place he can shoot is just every single corner. He plays 4 corners in Rocket League, and that one almost snuck past the defender. That would have been an incredible shot, but a nice bump from Boy Wonder, and Ace is going to get his first of this game 4.
And this is just one of those plays where it is so brutal because you can see Saucy, his eyes got big, looking for that ball, looking for the big clear, and then suddenly he's just completely taken out, and Galaxy find themselves a cushion with less than 80 seconds to go.
It seems like Hydra are back in their game 1 form. They're just in the back foot every single time, and Ace with his second of the game, assisted by Boy Wonder once more.
Yeah, I mean, he is just heating up, dropping this one down. And again, there was just no one to quickly get through that play. Oshi had to wait down in front, and then Ace threading the needle. Top shelf, and Hydra, they're starting to fall apart here on defense.
They are, and they have 6 saves in this game so far. Galaxy putting on so much pressure. Colibier with a nice shot, and that's exactly what they needed to hopefully find their way back into this game 4.
Yeah, just a quick turnaround, Saucy up high, force the defense to look a little bit awkward, not a ton of boost, and hey, you're going to take it any way you can get it.
Colibier's looked great this entire series, but both his teammates have as well. Hydra, it just seems like whenever they get in the offensive end, they can't capitalize as much as this Galaxy team has. They're not generating good enough chances, but this might be a chance right here. Spuff on the goal line to save that one away. Spuff and Ace just, bumping each other, a little high five, if you will. Boy Wonder gonna cut his teammate, and now Ace is back with 0 boost. Spuff hits it into his own corner. Oshi up with 1. Colibier maybe with a shot. It was on target. Boy Wonder with the save. Can Oshi double this one? He cannot. He actually Goombas his own teammate, and now Spuff and Boy Wonder in the corner awkwardly. Seems as though both teams have a bit of some problems with double committing, but it's not going to matter if they can find a way to win. And Galaxy so far has the upper hand. Ace gets a nice 50, but Saucy passes it out into the midfield. Colibier can't get the 50 he wants, and now Spuff continues it into this Hydra zone. Oshi up with 1. He sends it out to Colibier, who sends it down the pitch. Ace just has to buy time, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Galaxy take this series 3-1, and now they have a much needed win in such a tight division that they're in.
Yeah, that'll definitely pick them up even more as they will move up to 7-5. Not a bad record. Meanwhile, Hydra, they will drop down to 7-4 again. They started 5-0, now sitting down at 7-4. It's been a tough run.
It has been a tough run, but I honestly, they didn't have Dr. Brown this week, so you can give them a little bit of slack there. But Colibier played really well. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they switched around the roster a little bit, maybe got him more involved with Dr. Brown. But I mean, just an overall pretty great series to start us off here. Both teams showing what they got. It wasn't one-sided at all. All of the games were very close, and Galaxy just edged it out. I mean, it seems like, honestly, my MVP of the entire series had to be Boy Wonder. I mean, despite his relatively low MMR, he is just such insane value for his MMR. I mean, he just dominates every single part of the game, and he dominated this entire series.
Yeah, I would agree. I liked what Spuff was doing on offense. I liked him creating plays and really trying to be a playmaker, regardless if he was scoring or passing or bumping. But ultimately, who I think had the most all-around value, offense and defense, I would have to agree with Boy Wonder.
He just found every single ball. That could be because he's ball chasing, but ball chasing, it's the Gallium special. You got to ball chase every once in a while, but. You know what? Even though this series number 1 was pretty great, we still have 2 more great series coming y'all's way. And I heard a little birdie told me, and this little birdie might be the GM of the Atrium org. The last game is going to be the most spicy. That one is between Motion and Raptors. So some interesting storylines there. So make sure to stick around. Jonas, thank you again for casting with me. It's always a pleasure being in the booth with you.
Absolutely, you as well.
And we're going to wrap up the series number 1. Series number 2 going to come at you at approximately 8:45 on the dot. We'll see you there. And you know what? It's going to be a beautiful series. So hope to see you there. Peace out.
something to believe in. Believe in. Oh yeah, yeah. Believe in. I just wanna give you something to believe in. Believe in. Believe in. I just wanna give you. I just wanna give you. I just wanna give you. I just wanna give you.
He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! What is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott could oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through.
Place this hit. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. From the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? No, hold on. Surely this can. Oh my lord!
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, compensate on the goal line. He did nearly over. Sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. Man, it's been a good week so far, and it's only gonna get better from here. I'm joined in the booth by my boy Ventus. Ventus, man, I hope you're doing as good as I am, because I'm doing great.
I'm doing absolutely fantastic tonight. I mean, I am super excited to cast another Nemesis match. We just had a great match where I got to see my brother Boy Wonder, take it to Hydra and help his team get another win here. So I was super excited to watch that. But I'm also super excited for this matchup.
Yeah, this one is also pretty good. However, I hate to be a little biased, but there's one team that's a lot better than the other one here, Ventus. And it's okay to be biased this time because thanks to you, we get to hate a little bit and cheer for the other for one side. So we are going to be biased towards the Gladiators. So heads up with that. But now that's out of the way, man. This Origin team stinks.
Oh yeah, they might be the worst team in all of Prospect League. I mean, you have, Hunzer, horrible player. Rockerman, also just as horrible. I mean, and I don't even know who the third man is on the team. So I mean,
That's what I'm
that
saying.
just shows how bad, how bad this Origin squad is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we got this Gladiators team who, I mean, let's be clear here, Ventus. They went 18-0. The Gladiators went 18-0 last season. Now, obviously, they're not where they want to be. They're 5-5 though. It's not like they're terrible, but like this Origin team 9-1, someone's got to take them down. And if it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be this Gladiators team because they are just built like that. Let's go ahead and run down this roster real quick. We got Vokes, which pretty recent pickup. Vokes is the difference maker. Yeah, I see this man's name everywhere in the lower leagues, and it's about time he's on a good team like the Gladiators.
Yeah, I mean, people always complain about how he needs to be in the Challenger League. He's sandbagging this, that. I mean, it just sounds like a skill issue. These people cannot keep up with how good Vokes is, and they're just compensating there. So you got a player like Vokes, and Vokes is just so good. He creates so much value for this team, and I mean, you got him, you got King Koku. I mean, he is lights out. I mean, absolutely filthy player. You got Wolfie, extremely underrated. I mean, might be a really, I mean, one of the best Prospect League players. So this Gladiators team, I think they're slept on a lot too much.
Yeah, so getting into this game, number one, we're gonna have to see if they, can even gift Origin one of these games if they're gonna be so kind. But we'll have to wait and see. Rockerman getting a really bad shot early, but banned this one with an epic save for an epic player. And now back into the Origin half where it belongs, where it's gonna be a lot of this series. I can already tell. Hunzer trying to get a touch, and that man, gosh, anybody can make that touch. That was just so mediocre. But Sweeney is gonna head carry that ball past. Oh, but it's straight to the Gladiators. Banned this one. Lagged a little bit, so he wasn't able to get a great shot, but Wolfie able to keep that ball in play and ban this one, trying to continue up this pressure. Gladiators already starting off with a whole bunch of pressures. Origin doing whatever they can to just try to get this ball clear, keep this ball out of their net, and so far, it's only been 50 seconds, but it's already been all Gladiators, and Vokes continuing this pressure, sending that ball all the way back to the Origin half.
Yeah, I mean, this Origin team just being super lucky on defense right now. I mean, this Gladiators able to generate so much pressure on the Origin half. Origin barely just holding on by the skin of their teeth. I mean, it seems like the Pacers in the Game 7 of the NBA Finals to me personally. But, I mean, the Gladiators looking like prime SGA over there, and I mean Origin just not being able to keep up, but barely just holding on.
Man, if anybody is looking like this, these Gladiator teams, I would say it would be the Thunder, because they are looking like the absolute dominant team right now. And oh my goodness, self-sabotage on the side of Origin. They don't even want to win themselves. That is how bad this team is. Rockerman, what are we doing?
What can we expect from a player like Rockerman, though? I mean, you got to expect those very, very bad mistakes to come out from him. You know, he just doesn't have the ice in his veins like this Gladiator squad does. You know, he's gonna put that one in the back of the net because he just wasn't good enough to get that read of the shot. And another a great air dribble from Ban this one. I mean, taking it across the map, across the field, putting it over Sweeney because he can't even get a touch on the ball. Or, I mean, Sweeney going to the corner. Hunzer not even going to be able to touch the ball. Sweeney didn't even try. He just left it alone into the corner. And, you know, amazing play out of Gladiators.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta watch greatness and understand that you're watching greatness, and that's what Sweeney was doing. So, you know, at least this Origin team can identify they are playing one of the greatest of all time. And now it's just time for the Gladiators to start proving it, because they're gonna have maybe another open shot right here. Rockerman literally blindfolded, made that save. Absolutely lucky. Nobody's gonna credit him for that one. So now it's gonna be a free clear here for the Gladiators. In fact, Vokes might try to get another free clear. Just farming up some points. Just playing a little bit of ping pong here. I mean, they let him have that one. Like I said, it's just about how much that Origin are going to gift, or sorry, Origin are going to get in just gifts here from the Gladiators. Because Ban this one, he just didn't want to touch that one. You know, it was too easy for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell. It was like a pity goal, you know. Ban this one was like, I mean, I could easily, you know, redirect this to my teammate out in the midfield, but, you know, I'm just going to let you have this one because I know that you aren't going to get another one unless I want you to. So, I mean, and another time, see, look at that. I have a great save from Ban this one, showing that he can make those saves whenever he wants. He just chose to let that goal go in just to send a message.
Yeah, we literally saw him air dribble. We might see him redirect off the backboard. Oh my goodness, Wolfie puts it away. Oh my goodness, the 1, the 2, the 3. Are these the Harlem Globetrotters? Because they are styling on him.
Yeah, I mean, Origin completely lost here. Not able to even get a single touch on the ball during this passing play. And we just see the Gladiators being so dominant. Ban this one already has 500 points, and we're only halfway through game number 1. And I mean, it's too easy for the Gladiators. They've just shown that even though they can just allow Origin to get a free goal, it doesn't even matter because they're just going to come back with 2 quick ones.
Yeah, and I just gotta say, I've just been so impressed by this Gladiators team, because man, you know, whenever you're playing a lesser opponent, sometimes you come out slow. You don't pull some of your punches. But right now, man, I mean, obviously they could be up like 10-0 already, but still, they're pressing the gas hard enough to where they're putting this game a little out of reach. Vokes and Ban this one once again, just kind of gifting them these goals because they just feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just such good sportsmanship out of Gladiators is really what that is, you know? They have the tools. They can just do whatever they want whenever they want. They know that they can just score 10 goals if they really wanted to. But they're like, you know what? We just feel bad for this Origin team. They just aren't up to our skill level. And so we're just gonna give them a couple free goals, make it look a little bit close, just because they once again they just feel, you know, these guys are such a lesser opponent. They don't even need to try. They don't need to even, you know, put a finger up because they know that they have it.
They say hand down, man down, but sometimes your hand could be up and it still doesn't matter. Look at Vokes. It's just inspirational what he does. What a read. Avoids the bump, makes Sweeney backflip while he's at it. It's just absolute talent on the side of Vokes here. And, you know, he's had a quiet game, but that's only because he's trying to let his other teammates shine. You know, he doesn't want to outshine anybody. This Gladiators team just so selfless. They even let the other team shine a little bit before, you know, crushing their hopes and dreams. But Vokes, once again, last man back, but once again, just getting a free goal. Just show it's at will at this point, Ventus. A great shot here. A fake from Wolfie as well. I mean, these are the kinds of plays that you just don't see in the Prospect League regularly. Like, this is a special team.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the 200 IQ fake from Wolfie there. I mean, it's once again, Gladiators showing that they can just score whenever they want, and we might see another one here. Another easy open net there for the Gladiators. putting up 6 already on Origin. We still got a minute left. It can easily be 8-2. You know, you'd hate to be, or you'd hate to be 2. You know what I mean? The score line is, you hate to be Origin because they're just not good as Gladiators.
I mean, Vokes had like 66 points, like halfway through the game, because he, like I said, he was just trying to spread the love. Now, he's already got a hat trick in that minute and a half. Like, it's, whenever he wants to turn it on, like I said, this team can just do it, snap their fingers, and, I mean, if they snap their fingers, they might be Thanos at that point, because these guys are just evaporating the Origin defense at any chance they get, and so it's beautiful to watch, and once again, Bandis one just flying all over the field, looking like an acrobat, and just looking like a menace as that ball gets luckily cleared by Rockerman, who gets a very lucky touch over to Sweeney, and Wolfie has that one read once again. These guys definitely passed second grade, let me tell you. They can read anything at this point. Bandis one popping that one up high, and he could be so dangerous in the air. Hunter not letting the fun police over here, not letting Bandis one go for anything. Just absolute hate coming out from Bandis one. Now, we gotta see if the Gladiators are gonna try to get to 8, but it looks like they're gonna be satisfied with 6. And, you know, you can't blame them, Ventus. Game 1, might as well just only score 6 goals. You can still score some more later. And why not give the other team another goal at the end? Ban this one. Just directly contributing to all of the Origin goals here. That one, like, literally a direct pass. Like, that is just such class out of Ban this one.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't have a better pass than ban this one. I mean, he's the MVP of this game, obviously, and he's helping out. He's feeling bad for the other team. I mean, we just see Origin, you know, not really up to snuff. You know, they just don't really have it in them like this Gladiator squad does, and you know, this Gladiator squad's so dominant. You talked about Vokes. I mean, Vokes. You talked about him having like 100 points about 3.5 minutes into the game. Bro shot up 460 points with three goals there, and so you know it's really they can just score whenever they want.
Yeah, I just think, you know, looking forward, if you are Origin, you might as well just leave the game. Now, obviously, I think they have a little bit more class than that, and so they're gonna allow the Gladiators to play it out, get them their stats. You know, I mean, maybe stat pad a little bit for the Gladiators, because why not? You're just that good. So that's kind of what we might see here in the next couple games, Ventus. Um, but it is it's kind of crazy just how good this Gladiators team is. You know, they pick up Vokes, and it is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And Origin, they're 9-1, Ventus. This team is supposed to be good. I don't know what you saw, but I did not see a good team on the pitch right then.
I think we just see Gladiators are just built different. Is really what it is. I mean, I don't think there's too much to say. I don't think, you know, Origin, they might be 9-1. Chalk it up to some fraudulent wins. You know, this Origin squad isn't really that, you know, good. I think that the Gladiators showing that right now and just being like, yeah, you know, you guys think that Origin's all this. You know, let me show you that they're not really. So, I mean, the Gladiators just so dominant, and we'll probably see it continue into this game number 2.
Yeah, already more pressure here building for the Gladiators as Vokes tries to fake out Hunter, and he does beautifully. Wolfie does get blocked, but Rockerman gets his stuff stuffed, as now Vokes is just gonna fake that one. And Ventus, the fakes, the IQ from this team is it's just unheard of in the Prospect League. And what a shot there from Ban this one.
Yeah, I mean, ban this one. I mean, such a big body. Bro goes to the gym all the time. You just see him absolutely decimate on that 50 there, and you know, put it straight on target. Vokes realizing that he doesn't have to do anything, shows the fake. You know, he's got the IQ. He's gonna throw Sweeney off his game. Not that Sweeney was gonna touch that ball anyways. You know, and not that great of a player that Sweeney guy, but. I mean, Gladiators, super simple, super easy goal to once again give them the lead.
Yeah, so they do have the lead. Let's see if they continue to just pound and pounce on that as Ban this one invokes the connection. Ventus, we're seeing it start here. It's really blossoming now, but the connection from the 1 to the 2, I mean, Wolfie, you know, he just has to sit back and relax some of this time because those two are just such offensive threats. And on the other side of Origin, what can you do about that one? It's just a beautiful play. Ban this one once again, looking for a little bit of action here as Hunter almost got dunked there. Vokes last man back. Who are you worried about? It shouldn't be Vokes. It should be Origin because they might get counterattacked here. Vokes try to get the long clear. Rockerman, he did not even see Ban this one coming. Ban this one felt bad, so he didn't put the shot on target. Didn't want that free goal. Now Ban this one going to get a clear off his own backboard. And once again, you're just seeing the Gladiators continue to kind of control everything in this game. Their defense is super good, super solid, and their offense, you get these redirects that you just don't expect out of Ban this one invokes. And so now Hunter gets a very lucky dunk there, but Wolfie already on it. Now Sweeney trying to pass over to Rockerman. Rockerman with the fail flip, and Wolfie with the save. Once again, Gladiators just showing why they are the better team. The composure on defense just sticking out. And now Ban this one, maybe going for the 50. That one across to Vokes. Red card on the play. Rockerman, you cannot be demoing like that. Vokes, he's too good of a player to get injured like that. We gotta see if the refs can do something about that one here, Ventus. But so far, Gladiators, they haven't added to their lead, but man, they are just shutting down everything that the Origin are throwing at them.
Yeah, I mean, Ban this one has just been so good in the midfield, able to get these redirect touches to stave off the pressure that Origin tries to get. You know, I mean, it's not really threatening to the Gladiators, but you know, Ban this one able to just get some nice skim redirects to his teammates, and he's really been a great asset. He's been putting up really amazing passes between the both Vokes and Wolfie, and he's just been such a great player. And I mean, talking about Rocker, man, just a little sleazy act there, chasing some demos, just showing that not such a upstanding individual on the pitch, and his personality really showing there, his frustration just because he's not good enough to handle the Gladiators.
Some people would call them unethical hoops here in the Nemesis Gaming League, and that's just not what we stand for. So hopefully Origin can clean their act up. This is not the kind of showing that they would like to see. But Gladiators, shout out Gladiators, because they're battling through it all. Doesn't matter. They're still up by 2. And Wolfie with a very clean tactical demo there, getting that ball to his teammate Vokes. Once again, demoing that back man, just super smart gameplay here. As now Rockerman tries to get it clear, but he just gets dunked by Vokes. Ban this one already up in the air. That one off target barely. Vokes didn't want it, so he let it roll by. Ban this one, passing it over to Vokes once again. Vokes with the backflip shot. Rockerman without a great clear. Wolfie doesn't want the open net. Completely understandable. Too easy of a shot for him. Minute remaining though. Wolfie does race back for that one. Vokes also with a good 50. Sweeney, not a lot of boost. Can't do much anyway. And now the shot coming through for Hunter. Hunter just getting a little cheeky shot there. I mean, this is just bad shooting here from Hunter. If it's a better shot, Vokes just expected him to shoot better, Ventus, and that would have been a save.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it seemed like there's a ghost touch on the play as well. I mean, there's definitely a save that should have happened, but we can blame Rocket League servers for that one, for screwing the Gladiators out of the save. And it's one of those plays where it's so bad it works. We see the whiff from Sweeney, an absolutely horrible shot from Hunter, but just because it's so bad, it's so hard for the defense to be able to cover. But just snatch his ankles. Oh my god. So close.
My goodness. He actually snatched his ankles to another dimension. I think he just felt bad. That was brutal. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, you're good. He was just playing with his food is what it was. He felt a little bad after absolutely destroying his axles, and so he just let he didn't feel like scoring that one. But it was one of those plays that I was saying about where it's just so bad it works.
Yeah, absolutely. And so now we'll see if the Origin boys can luck their way into any more goals, but it doesn't look like it, as Vokes is going to drop that back mid. Ban this one, going to just hit it to the ground. Doesn't want to score any more than they need to, because Ventus, in Rocket League, you only got to win by 1. Gladiators, they understand that, and they respect their opponent enough to not run up the score on them.
Yeah, I mean, such gentlemen from the side of Gladiators. I mean, we just see that maybe they intentionally let Origin score that. They are saying we can still save your really crummy shot, but I'm not going to, because we're just gonna make it look close, even though we've just been so dominant. I mean, look at that. I mean, what is that? 11 saves or 11 shots to 4. I mean, I'm not saying the Gladiators are dominant, but that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, this Origin squad just can't keep up.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Gladiators just up 2-0. I mean, you expected this. I expected this. Everybody in the chat expected this. I mean, Rockerman probably expected this. So this just it's what's expected, and I am glad that the Gladiators are showing us what they really are capable of. And these wins, like, this is what I was thinking this whole time, Ventus. They're 5-5 because they don't want to stand out. You know, you win one game, you lose one game, nobody's really going to talk about you're like, oh, middle of the pack team. But now that they're on stream, the truth is being revealed. They can't hide it any longer, Ventus. This is the best team in Prospect. Heck, they might beat some of the Chally teams, and I would not be surprised if Gravelords would lose to them, and that's a rival team.
Bit of a stray on Gravelords there, but I definitely think that this Gladiators team can definitely make some splash and make some waves there. They've been so dominant. I mean, Origin just can't keep up. They're having to resort to these little sleazy demos over here, just trying to take the players of Gladiators off the pitch, and it's just so sleazy that Gladiators gonna score, and I mean they're just showing like, we don't like the way you guys just played. We're just gonna put one in the back of your net.
And I mean, what a shot it was. Obviously, ban this one. He gets the pass, and then he gets the finish as well. It's just beautiful. I think ban this one is kind of standing out to me as maybe the MVP of this league, maybe MVP of all of Nemesis at this point. Like, get this man more than just his flowers. He needs like a whole bouquet because this man is just playing so well. Now, ban this one once again. Another great save. Hunzer passing it back to his own team. Maybe he's trying to own goal. At this point, I would not be surprised if it's Origin. Vokes, little controlled touch. Hunzer, again, the no fun police, just coming out here to play. Sweeney, is that a shot? Doesn't look like it because that's a save here from Ban this one. And once again, Ban this one, putting it off his own backboard. Sweeney, going to try to pass that one down, but guess who's there? It's only the Gladiators to receive it. And this one trying to get a clear. Doesn't get the recovery he wanted because he wanted another save for his team. They're just racking up these save points because they just want their stats to look a little bit better. Sweeney, he's not even going to put that one away because he knows that they don't even deserve to score on Gladiators. Now Rockerman, wow. An absolute disgrace of a bump. Just not what you want to see here in Nemesis Gaming League. And the commissioner, just not what you want to see out of him. Man, this one, not a lot of boost. Still gets a beautiful clear all the way downfield. Rockerman gonna pass it back to Wolfie, nice and slow. Let him try to take control, maybe find a teammate. Man, this one tried to find his teammate, but Sweeney was on top of that one. And the no fun police up in the air once again, trying to get a double touch, but he bumps his own teammate. And oh my goodness, Origin, now they're starting to fight one another. This is just awful. If this is not what you want to see on stream, Ventus, it's been 2 minutes, and Origin, they're already starting to break up. This might be the downfall of Origin all season long.
Yeah, I mean, they might just have to disband their team. I mean, they are having to resort to such dirty tactics, and even still, they can't even put a finger up to this Gladiator squad. We see a nice little passing play, and ban this one, opting not to shoot that one on target, just to destroy the mental of Origin even more, and just keep sending the message of you guys are not as good as us, and so with the way the Gladiators have been playing, I mean, it was never really in doubt, but I mean, even still, we can just tell that the Gladiators are gonna win this one.
Absolutely, and I feel like sometimes it's the missed shots that hurt more than the makes. Hunzer I think there was a very controversial demo on the back end here, if I'm not mistaken, and that's why Vokes was not there. So again, dirty tactics coming out from the Origin squad. Once again, Gladiators, I want to see their resolve here because Ventus, I know they're a really good team. But the mentality, that's what I want to see here. Can they bounce back after such dirty plays from Origin? I believe they can. I just need to see it happen. Now, Wolfie, showing us why he is the solid backbone of this team. Great save there. Ban this one trying to get a follow-up. Gets the block on Sweeney. Vokes taking his time. No rush here from the Gladiators. They are calm and in control. That ball popped up high. Hunzer, what is Hunzer going to do? Miss the ball. What? No way. And now ban this one, trying to get a save in. Oh my goodness, the wall on defense stands tall. Once again, Rockerman flips that one up. It's going to go straight to ban this one. Rockerman tries to get it around him. He does. Rocker now trying to get to Sweeney. Wolfie's going to have to backflip that one. Sweeney trying to take his time on this one, but Wolfie gets him stuffed. Hunzer, that one's gonna be bouncing mid. Vokes is gonna be there. Vokes gonna fake that one. Ban this one, gonna take that one all the way down to his own half. Rockerman's trying to wait for it, trying to get a pass across, but he blocks his own teammate once again. The Origin mayhem just continues for their own side, and I mean, look, Gladiators are playing great, but the Origin, you gotta consider some problems here. As a very easy goal here. Sorry, I didn't even notice just how easy this goal was. Great shot here, great fake. Wolfie put it off the post. Vokes puts it away. Ventus, this Origin team, they're falling apart.
They're double committing everywhere. They're team bumping each other just because they can't handle all the pressure and the speed that this Gladiators team is bringing, and so they're just resorting to trying to demo, such dirty sleazy tactics as I said previously, and the Gladiators holding strong. They might be playing dirty, but Gladiators don't have to. And another great save by Ban This One. Ban This One. I mean, Loki having an MVP kind of season. I think he might be one of the most slept on prospect league players. I mean, not that he should be slept on. He should be a renowned name by how good the Gladiators are. But for those of you who don't know about Ban This One's game, I mean, now you guys are getting familiar with it. So now you guys see how just amazing this Gladiators team is, and really, they're just not gonna be stopped by the likes of Origin.
Now the question is, what does Origin do? Can they respond? There's 19 seconds left. Can they answer? And I mean, the only reason they answer is if it's like a multiple choice test and they guess correctly on C or something, because like they have no answer at this point. They don't know what to do. They are lost. This is like every English quiz I've ever taken ever, and they are now going to lose this game, lose this series. It was a 3-0 sweep here, Ventus, and now there's question marks around this Origin squad. 9-2, yes, but also an just a performance that you cannot be proud of if you're Origin. And I saw Messi bring this one up in the chat, and I had to talk about it. Rockerman's playstyle just doesn't mesh, and he needs to be released. So if you are the GM of, oh wait, I guess that is him, Rockerman, you need to have some serious questions about yourself on the team. I'm just kidding. As a whole, great performance here by Gladiators. This was actually an insane performance. I think Ban This One actually really impressed me. Like I'm genuinely impressed by Ban This One. That was an insane showing. Vokes showing that he still can perform even in the Prospect League. He's still got it for sure. So I think as a whole, Ventus, this was a great showing for the Gladiators. Origin obviously 9-2, still very top of the Prospect League, but now there are some other teams that can definitely compete with them, and there definitely are some holes on this Origin squad.
Let's be honest. I mean, the Origin might be 9-1, but I mean, Gladiators obviously just way too good. I mean, we talked about how they were just trying to blend in, being 5-5 currently, and it's pretty apparent when you see that they just come out on stream and can just easily sweep the supposed number one seed whenever they want. So I mean, such a great series from Gladiators. But I mean, to be fair, it was kind of routine for them. We kind of expected it. So I mean, not too much to say for their side. Just a pretty simple match for them.
Yeah, honestly, it looked like the number one Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm gonna be honest; it was just a clean sweep. Nobody had any questions about it. So going forward, Ventus, I do think this Gladiators team, they were going even like every week to hide their true potential. I think now they've been shown off, and people can now see just how good they truly are. So I hope going forward they continue to make the they continue to make it happen and continue to win these games, because this team can be generational in my opinion. So that's going to be it here for the Prospect League. We just saw one of the best teams of all time play. It's going to be hard to live up to that one, but hopefully the next two teams can, as I go to quickly pull them up and tell you who they are. 1 second.
Ocean versus Raptors.
All right, thank you. Motion versus Raptors. We're going to the Chadley League, so I mean, we just saw one of the best Gladiators, best teams at all prospect. I'm not saying you're going to get better gameplay than this for the rest of the night, but you're going to get entertaining gameplay nonetheless. So definitely stick around, guys. We will be back. It's going to be a quick little break. Obviously, it was a 3-0 sweep. We all expected it. But Ventus, if you got nothing left to say, it's time for us to head out of here.
Anything else to say? I mean, just routine from the Gladiators. Completely expected it.
Absolutely. It was always Thunder in 7. It was always Gladiators in 3. And we will catch you guys back in about 15 minutes. Deuces.
Girl, I feel like Sleepy Hollow, the way I lost my head, and I feel like I would follow anything that you said. Yeah, I feel like Sleepy Hollow. I lost my head, I lost my head. I'm your marionette, you hold all the strings. I'm not even upset, I like you holding me. I'm locked out of my head, and girl, you're swallowing the key. Clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the things you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last strike, body me. And I feel like Novocaine when you walk into the room. If this is going insane, at least I like the view. And I feel like Novocaine when I'm with you, when I'm with you. I'm your marionette, you hold all the strings. I'm not even upset, I like you holding me. I'm locked out of my head, and girl, you're swallowing the key. Clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the things you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last strike, body me. You're my last strike, body me. You're my last strike, body me. I'm locked out of my head, and girl, you're swallowing the key. I'm clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the thing you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last strike, part of me. Hey, they screaming, this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but I'm my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm
here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
right here, right now, right now.
Here now, waiting for the curtain call. Here now, this is the moment.
She walks in thinking she's one of the 7 wonders. She's talking, thinking she'll get all my 7 numbers. Say it politely for your information. You wear that dress like you wear all my patience. Copy and pasted like this song on every station. Hot and cocky, crashing my party like kamikaze. Knock off Gucci and Versace. You're a decaf Irish coffee, sticking to me like epoxy. Never take your eyes off me. You tell me that you're a 10, but I'm not here to blend on your seat. 1 for your daddy's money. 2 for the show we've all seen. It's a 3-ring circus lining up behind me. Oh, baby, take a number. 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 I don't mean to sound like I am so conceited. I'm not being cold when you get silent treatment. Whatever you're selling, I don't really need it. Your ego, I don't wanna feed it. Copy and pasted like this song on every station. Now you're making moves like mariachi, buzzing on me like Tecate, playing candid in the lobby like mascara is your hobby, telling me that I'm so lucky. You're a jabber, you're a honey, but I'm not playing your digits in the lottery. 1 for your daddy's money. 2 for the show we've all seen. It's a 3-ring circus lining up behind me. Oh, baby, take a number. 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 1 for your daddy's debit declining. And 2 for the pictures nobody's liking. You're all 3 strikes, so you're always going out. You're the one my mom was always warning me about. Oh, baby, take a number. 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 Baby, take a number.
He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! Rudy seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through.
Place this hit. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Now, hold on. Surely this can't. Oh my lord.
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, open tail on the goal line. He did nearly over. Sweep. It comes through. The venom, the improbable, the impossible. The 4-time champions.
Welcome back, everyone, to Week 6 of the Nemesis Gaming League final match on the night. I'm Jonas, alongside Chunk. We got ourselves a great match to finish off the night in the Challenger League, Motion versus Raptors.
Yeah, I would say a great matchup between a team that is looking to come up and make playoffs and a team that has been pretty dominant and looking to just clinch their seed overall.
Yeah, no, Motion have looked extremely solid, sitting at 8-2. They've been a force to be reckoned with Clouds kind of leading the charge for that team, having the new additions of Squirrel and Critter. They have been going at it. No one's really been able to slow them down. And Raptors, they've struggled here and there, and this is definitely going to be an uphill battle for them.
Yeah, 100%. I think that I like Motion in this matchup going forward, but I think that Raptors, with the recent changes, I feel like if they get going, they're going to be hard to stop, as well as this Motion team. If they also get going, they're going to be hard to stop. I'd say it's a pretty momentum-based matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Raptors coming into this one at 4-6 overall. That's not the best looking record, but they have been picking it up. They've gone 3-1 in their last 4. A lot of those wins starting to find their way through. And if there is a time that I think they could take down Motion, I think it would be right now.
Yeah, they're kind of off a new fresh pickup. I said that last time, but they're getting more and more reps. So I'd say this is probably the last time you can maybe catch them uncomfortable. But other than that, if they get comfortable with each other like they do this season, I'd say it's going to be a scary week.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think we're looking towards seeing Local from Raptors. I think Cloud from Motion. Those are going to be the two standout players on either side. Going to be looking for them to lead the way on a lot of these plays for both these teams. But then again, we'll have to see if they can get the job done. Again, Week 6 here in the Nemesis Gaming League, playoffs on the horizon, and both these teams gearing up. Game number 1 set to go, fresh 5 on the clock, and I'm really excited to see who's going to be able to come out of the gate firing.
Yeah, 100%. I think whoever gets that momentum we talked about is going to come out and easily get at least a game, or at least lead the game here early.
Yeah, I want to see some of that offense get started early, definitely from the Raptors. Want to see them put on a lot of pressure. Local, a wide open net, misses and then puts it behind a teammate. JP eyeing a double, will get pounced off target by Squirrel. Grambo looking middle, Critter, big booming clear out. The transition from Motion will be cut short. Local, a nice demo there to buy a little bit more time and space, and you can see Local immediately looking to take charge on the offensive end, trying to create plays, but still has to stay within himself.
Yeah, both teams can get these demos that will open up the field and give each other great opportunities to score. So I would say watch out for these demos that make plays happen for these teams here tonight.
Yeah, we've already seen a lot of early on aggressiveness, really from either side, and still just waiting for it to pay off for one of these sides to get things started. But been a nice back and forth. First minute and a half. Squirrel eyeing a double here. Can he knock it down? No. Grambo will take it away before he has the chance. Clouds a misflip. This one going out. Middle, Critter collides with Local. Grambo has a little bit of time. You can see JP immediately look for the demo upfield, but Squirrel evades it and finds the clear again. Defense might just be the name of the game. Local ceiling pinch to Grambo, cannot reach it, but I mean, that's why we said his name early, Chunk.
Yeah, 100%. I think Local I said in a few in a post stream that I thought Clouds was the most mechanical, as JP will sneak one through. I think it was just a miscue here by by Clouds. Just gets kind of the ball sent behind him, and no one was there to back him up. But I'd say that, like I was saying, I said Clouds was the most mechanical, but I'd say local close second. So I'd like to see some mechanics here tonight and spice up the stream here.
Yeah, I would expect that kind of both these teams know who those standout stars are, and wouldn't expect each of these teams to give them time, but you know what? Rocket League moves so fast that sometimes those opportunities are going to present themselves, and I would agree. I would love to see either Clouds or Local take advantage of maybe some time and space that they're given down the road, but as of right now, Motion as a unit need to try and bring this one back. JP's flick will get cut down by Clouds, but officially passing the halfway mark in game number 1. And Raptors, they have been doing really quick work on defense, ultimately not allowing Motion to do a ton on the offensive side.
Yeah, 100%. Only 2 shots coming out from this Motion squad so far, and not really quality looks that you would expect the goal to come from. So, like you said, I'd like to see a lot more of applied pressure and prolonged pressure here on the side.
Yeah, they're going to have to get something started. That one taken away by Grambo up high. You know, maybe a little more physicality, some more bumps and demos never hurt. Maybe going for some more passing plays. There we see a demo shot is stopped. Squirrel follow-up will miss high. Clouds trying to send another one. This one misses Grambo. The clear straight to Critter, but blocked early by JP. Now in transition, Raptors looking to jump on something else will get turned away, and Motion still trying to do anything they can to find that first goal of the series. This could be it. Huge overextension. Clouds goes middle, but Critter is late. Ball from Squirrel off target as well. The clear is made, and Raptors head right back to the other side.
Yeah, Cloud's getting a lot of opportunities here to pass to his teammates, but they can't seem to connect on the final touch to put it in, and it's really costing them that equalizing goal here, as there's only 1 minute left to get it done here.
Yeah, they're going to have to change something up late here in game number 1, because right now Raptors, they do just look in control. And if you're a Raptors fan, this is the exact kind of look you want to see here in game number 1. But can they hold on to it? 40 seconds, Critter. Big double downfield. Him and Squirrel, not a lot of boost. Flick on target, saved away by Grambo. Now Clouds might have a look. Chips it high, maybe too high, as Grambo will rip it away. Squirrel, again, just booming something up top of Local. There for the Raptors, dropping down middle again. Just seems like Motion can't really connect on the offensive end.
Yeah, maybe they need to like connect with each other. Maybe some passing plays, demos, like we talked up. They need to switch something up, as they are not getting a lot of pressure here. But I've seen a bunch of double commits from Raptors, so maybe they can capitalize on that and get a goal here. But no, the game will end, and I think that if they apply that, though, they could definitely get some momentum and take this game too.
Yeah, definitely thought there was, a few chances early. As, we'll look over the stat sheet. You can see that both these teams did have the same amount of shots. Raptors were just able to take advantage a little more, put some more on target, and Motion could not keep them out. The defense just not quite as strong as it needed to be, and ultimately we still saw some good looks here and there, but Motion, they didn't quite look like they were working too much as a unit.
Yeah, normally you think of Motion as a high-powered offensive team, but being held scoreless here in game 1 could start hurting if you can't find something early here in the second game. I would love to see some momentum that they bring, and I'd like to see Raptors just keep the pressure they had. They only needed to save the ball twice. It's been a battle of the midfield so far.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention that is going to be a huge boost for a team like the Raptors, against sporting that 4-6 record. Don't think it's exactly indicative of what this team can do, and getting a strong game 1 win, a game 1 shutout over a team that's sitting currently towards the top of the standings at 8-2. I mean, that's a great way to get the series underway. But you gotta pace yourselves. You can't get too far forward. You can't think that Motion are down and out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Just gotta keep things tight, and they have been so far in game number 1. These first opening seconds, they look like they're already doing the same in game 2.
Yeah, Loco just sends one wide there, but I like the pressure they're keeping from this Raptors team, but Loco has been getting some pretty insane touches. Granva's been getting some good touches. They aren't just giving them any like quality shot opportunities.
And they've been defending that backboard well. Maybe something here in transition. Grambo, not the touch he wanted. We'll try and send this one back out middle to JP. It will be outsped, and the clear will be made by Motion. Squirrel using all of his boost, can't make contact. Instead, goes back middle to Critter, and this one is tried and true. Motion on the board for the first time in the series.
I like to see the passing play come out. Squirrel just had no boost, gives it to Critter, and just beats the one to the net. Just a great, phenomenal play by him.
Yeah, and ultimately, it looked like Squirrel just got a little too ahead of himself on the initial touch, but was able to bounce back quite well. And then the kickoff goal comes through. I apologize, I got disconnected for that half second, but we're back.
Yeah, JP just capitalizes off a botched kickoff, cheats up, and gets a quick equalizer, which really could take the wind out of the sails here for that Motion team.
Yeah, having to, get that first goal in the series, and then immediately the lead is gone. That's going to sting a little bit, but Cloud's looking to get it right back. JP, a nice touch into the crossbar to suppress the follow-up from Critter. Now Local, using all his boost to nudge this one forward, will be kept safe by Motion immediately. Trying to get that lead back again, not trying to let the Raptors gain any momentum. Local, a good dunk through the midfield. Clouds is there first. Gets it out to Squirrel. Chip shot. Shut down by Grambo. Now Critter will move forward. Not much rolling there as JP will sweep it away. A nice pop from Squirrel. Clouds is there. Not a ton of boost. The shot, the bump. Local squishy save. Not letting that one through.
Yeah, really phenomenal play by Local. The bumps and the passes we've seen a lot of have really changed up these looks for Motion, and they've been getting a lot more looks that could result in these goals that could help them win this game too and really set the pace for them.
And now might have another look. No, Squirrel will find another clear out, and as this game goes on, it feels like the Raptors are looking better and better, but Motion have stayed in it. Obviously still a very close tied game. Local, good clear out, trying to follow this one. Grambo lurking for the demo. He finds Clouds. JP waiting middle. Local looking to do it himself with the air dribble. Will be shut down by Squirrel, and the clear made by Critter. Maybe a look here. Squirrel to Clouds. No good on the shot. The demo was there as well. That's a big chance missed.
Yeah, 100%. So far, it seems in these games that they've been looking for the other two role players on these teams to make some big plays and open up the field for their playmakers. We've seen a lot with it, with Local getting solo opportunities, with Grambo going for bumps and demos, and we've seen the passing plays from Squirrel and Critter. So I'd like to see those other players just step up and really take the series into their hands.
Good high touch from Local. Grambo finds a dunk, but Squirrel still waiting patiently off the backboard, clears it away. Local trying to get it out to JP, needs to be careful of Squirrel lurking. JP gets there into the backboard. He wants the double, no good. Critter was able to keep it out. Now Local looking for Grambo. Clouds, no boost, forces a miss. JP back to Local. The passing plays good. The 1-2 punch from the Raptors as they take the lead.
Yeah, a really phenomenal passing play. That, like you said, it's not a one-man show, but Loco is making it look that way. But a great pass from JP to find that goal to equalize it. And I'd say Motion really needs to find a goal here. You do not want to be down 2 at the start of this. Squirrel just barely misses that opportunity.
Yeah, that looked like it might be their chance now off the bar and away. We saw the Raptors do well being able to close down game number 1. Now looking to do it again, and they might add on another. A beautiful bit of work for Local as JP, all he's got to do is tap it in.
Yeah, Local and JP are really connecting right now. They've passed it to each other for the past 2 goals, and Motion really has no answer for those last 2.
Yeah, both those players have 100% goal participation right now. Local with a goal and 2 assists. JP with 2 goals and the 3rd assist. And ultimately Motion need to find some way to shut them down on defense, whether it be trying to get in these plays sooner or just being able to get a better read of this duo. But right now, the offense is all them for the Raptors, and 40 seconds left to go here in regulation. Motion still cannot seem to figure things out consistently.
Yeah, 100%. As a shot gets snuck right through with perfect placement by Grambo. We haven't called his name out a lot tonight, but you got to give him props for the work he's done off ball, and he just slots the ball perfect. Critter just out of reach for it.
Yeah, it was a nice bump up front as well from JP. Was able to slow down Critter, and that allowed that shot to look even better, finding its way to the far post. Cloud shot on, saved by Local, and you know, this one was looking extremely close. Kind of felt like Motion were going to start to figure it out after they got that first goal, but ultimately the Raptors, they brought it right back. They tied it right back up, and then they just were patient. They kept the play up, and again, we mentioned that they wanted to keep it tight going into this second game. That's exactly what they've done, and this is going to be a big Game 2 victory as they're preparing to try and sweep Motion.
Yeah, something I didn't think would be coming in for either teams as I came into this stream. I did not think either team would get a sweep and look so dominant in this series, but I thought it would have gone to a Game 5, but Loco has looked dominant with JP and Grambo so far. It just seems like Critter, Squirrel, Clouds are on Motion are just kind of out of sync and haven't found answers for these passing plays.
Yeah, meanwhile, Raptors, they are looking the exact opposite of that. I mean, Local seeming to be everywhere, had a goal, 2 assists, and 4 saves to boot as well. JP was a part of every single goal there for the Raptors. He had 2 goals, 2 assists, 100% participation there. Grambo had one there late to really put the nail in the coffin, had a couple saves there as well, and it just looks like we're seeing one of these teams in Raptors looking like a well-oiled machine in Motion. They still look like they're trying to figure things out in terms of their offensive rotations, defensive rotations, just a little out of sync.
Yeah, coming into this Game 3, I really need to see from Motion for them to find an answer to those passing plays we saw last game. As you do not want to see yourself down when you have in the last 2 games only scored 1 goal.
And going into game number 3, we'll see what they can change. It was a Spanish attempt off rip from the Raptors, and just showing they will do whatever it takes to win. You don't usually see a Spanish kickoff attempt to start a game as well as starting a game when you're up 2-0.
Yeah, you can afford to play risky when you're up 2-0 in the series, especially if you can catch your opponent off guard and maybe get an early sneaky goal as JP just bangs it off the crossbar and they'll look to reset.
Yeah, that was a great look there. Once again, created by Local, was able to lift it into the backboard, found the bump in net as well, but unfortunately, just a tough angle for JP. Grambo low boost, a little bit of a dangerous touch. Demos collide. Critter and Local will trade. Clouds chasing down JP. The clear will be made by Grambo, but you can see Motion getting a little more aggressive, a little more physical to open up this first minute.
Yeah, 100%. I know that's Critter's #1 playstyle. I know he likes to go for those demos as it looks like a clear shot for Grambo and he'll just sneak in an open net. They may have sent everyone here on this goal.
I think the biggest thing there is look at the touch from Local, sweeping through the corner, ended up popping that one out perfectly on net, perfectly in Grambo's path, and Grambo didn't have to do anything except walk the dog.
Yeah, 100%. Local is so far ahead in this game. He can kind of controls the tempo with these touches that he can get. Just the Motion team isn't really expecting these great touches he's provided so far.
And we'll see if that's able to persist for another 3.5 minutes as again Motion. They gotta change something up here if they want to have a chance of getting back into this one. Maybe Critter with the look up high. The double attempt will be sent down and away towards the corner. JP low boost challenge well by Cloud. Squirrel is there. Tough shot to make. Do the pinch save is made.
Yeah, maybe they sent too much on that. They all look low on boost, but I think they can settle down and clear this out as they might. Oh, it looked like they might have a shot there, but it looks like this game will settle back down.
Tried to get him beat on the swift clear, was blocked, however. Now maybe a look here for local. Tough save for Squirrel, makes do, wins it into the backboard. Now Grambo has some space. He sees JP a little bit too much power on this one. The clear will be made out by Critter, but it falls right to local. Tries to boom it across, and again, you can just see the Raptors almost looking for each other on every single play.
Yeah, a lot more teamwork coming out from this Raptors team than this Motion team. I think that Motion is really struggling to get out of their own half right now. They just have to boom the ball away and hope they can reset and find a offensive opportunity in the next play, but really not prolonged offensive attacks here for them when they're down, and they'll need to find something to change that up.
Ultimately, looking like they're going for a lot of more high-risk plays, those lower percentage plays off the sidewall, maybe up in the air a little bit higher. Need to maybe just get a little more gritty down in the dirt with the Raptors, as that seems to be where they thrive, being able to really pick apart Motion on offense. And meanwhile, Motion really hasn't done much. A big demo from Grambo, and immediately the turnaround is made. Critter with a good catch, gets it around JP. Grambo, last left with low boost, makes the clear out. Squirrel, a wide open net, and Motion will put one away. It took 3.5 minutes, but it's a tie game.
Yeah, just kind of caught him on a counterattack here. Grandma just kind of last back with not a lot of boost, just had to clear it any way he could, and just clears it right back to Squirrel, who just puts it back in for an easy open net for Squirrel.
Yeah, ultimately Squirrel, it was able to put that one away, and it was mostly because Critter actually mistimed the 50, didn't quite make solid contact, and that allowed the ball from Grembo to go right back up the middle to Squirrel. So a happy accident is nice double there. Squirrel tries to slow it down. Clouds and Local both up to it. Local gets the beat down to JP, lobs this one up. Squirrel, a tough read. Grambo flying in, but Squirrel still finds a clutch touch out, and Raptors really trying to get themselves back in the lead.
Yeah, Motion here on low boost. I'd like to see another prolonged attack like they haven't had at all this game, actually, come to think of it. They got a counterattack. Maybe that's what they need to find to get another goal in this game. Get the game won and get this into a series.
Yeah, gotta put something away here, and maybe overtime might be their best bet, but ultimately they're gonna try and get it done in regulation. Maybe something here from Critter will double this one forward. No boost in the tank, does get that corner steal. Clouds, the 50 will head straight out, and Squirrel backed off. He had Local beat, it looked like. Now Local flick around one. Clouds will boom it back away to the sidewall. Grambo gets past one. JP next in line. Shut down by Critter. Maybe something from Local. Final 10 seconds. Squirrel booming clear out to Clouds. Here's something late. Shot on target's good. 4 seconds. And Motion strike when it matters most.
Yeah, Squirrel finds Clouds really to get this game, I would almost say sealed up, as it just goes right over Grambo. Really connecting like they did in the first game with the passing play at the end, but I'd like to see more of that going forward, as we will go into a game 4. No sweep for Raptors here tonight.
Yeah, Motion will keep themselves alive, but by the skin of their teeth, able to make one final play in that expiring last 10 seconds. Got it done. Squirrel was able to find that one out well, but that being said, Motion, they still looked a little bit awkward at times, but they were able to slow down Raptors offense quite a bit, and of course were able to get their offense going a little bit more. And again, it's just those little passing plays that I think they're able to find them a little bit more consistently. This series could turn around.
Yeah, 100%. Some things I noticed last game was last back being put in scary situations for Motion, but they always found a way to get it out of their half. Squirrel was left in a bunch of hard, awkward saves for him, but he found a way to get it done. I'd like to see them not have to make those plays and causes there is straight chaos as a field, as they are going for way more demos here. But
Yeah.
100%, I think that Squirrel, who was doing a lot of the saving, and I also saw that Critter had 3 demos last game. I'd like to see more of that from him.
See, but ultimately it has been a very aggressive first 30 seconds here. Really from either side. Clouds might have some sort of redirect in the midfield. No good. JP will escape way up. Grambo's there lurking. Critter looking to stall time. He's sent out. Local misses that look. Just couldn't quite find the angle with enough power. Maybe something from JP. Follow-up saved out by Squirrel. Local will take it at the helm back to the side. Will has Grambo middle. He's off the ceiling trying to dish something. Middle. Clouds dangerous save, but able to find a late touch and nothing working for Raptors early on here in the first minute, but right now, Motion are living dangerously.
Yeah, Local had a really high percentage shot. Just a shot you like to from someone like him. It's just almost a guaranteed look. He just couldn't find the angle. But if they keep giving those opportunities to him, I'm pretty sure they will find themselves punished here in the series.
Yeah, that's one of those plays where if you're Motion, you kind of look back and kind of just you sigh a sigh of relief, and you're just happy that one somehow didn't work out, and try and minimize those chances going forward. And they might have something here on offense. No, JP should have a clear out looking for Grambo, but Clouds reads it, able to intercept. Squirrel, low boost. JP goes middle. Can Local reach it? Tries the cut, not enough power. That one just a little bit too tough to reach. 2 minutes gone here in game number 4, and it has been a dogfight.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of opportunities for Raptors coming forward. Not a lot I've seen from Motion here, as Local already has 5 shots in this game, just putting on an insane amount of pressure. I would like to see some more opportunities created for Motion here to really just get this game and send it to the game 5 I thought we were going to have.
I mean, it's still very much possible as of this point. And you mentioned that Local has 5 shots, but again, obviously you can see the score is 0-0, so Motion have been able to shut him down, and that is huge for being able to really try and turn the tide of this matchup. And the next is being able to keep your offense going. Maybe a look here. Local will have the clear out, trying to do it by himself. Critter there lurking, going middle. Squirrel gets the beat past Grambo. JP last left. The demo look is there. Maybe something for Clouds. Local dodges the bump, will find the 50 in time. And Local, we've seen him on defense here and there. Maybe not as much in these latest games, but really able to show one there. Now maybe something here off the bar. No, double, he ran out of boost.
Yeah, Local getting another high percentage shot, just didn't save enough boost to just finish it off. Really unfortunate for Local. He is still coming up with all these shots for them. I'm sure if Motion cannot find a way to stop that they will get good looks and eventually bury one.
Ultimately, Motion sitting at 3 shots as a team right now. Meanwhile, Raptors sitting at 8, so almost 3 times as many shots coming from the Raptors side, and they're just going to be looking to keep adding on. And you feel as this game goes on that someone has got to break here. Perhaps in regulation. Local, that's a good beat. Could this be it? No, just high. Ball from JP, top right, will find it, and Raptors finally on the board.
Yeah, Local gets a great pass. It almost looked like a shot, but Squirrel just not enough boost to find the shot that JP put in. He put in a great spot so that Squirrel could not save that.
Yeah, Local is currently 0 for 7. That being said, still helping out his team well, getting that one pass there, being able to pick up a save as well, but might need to find another. Grambo, good clear out. Squirrel off ceiling, this one in dangerous territory. JP on goals! Tragedy for the Raptors, and we're all tied up!
Yeah, Squirrel got a great pop-up. It looked like he wanted to finish it, but JP just puts it top ends on his own net. That is not good going forward. That may break the mental a bit, and we all know that mental is very important in Rocket League.
Yeah, Local and Critter were both in net, and Critter may have had the beat on the redirect. This one no good as well from Local, and Raptors are going to have to try and wipe that one away from their memories, especially JP, and try and move forward in these last 30 seconds of regulation. Critter, high pop, big demo from Squirrels. Anyone there for a shot? No! Critter misread it. Clouds was back with no boost at the midfield. Local clears this one back out momentarily. Squirrel eyeing a double. Can he put it on? Doesn't need to. Critter's there to clean up shop, and the Raptors have let it slip.
the reverse sweep just becomes more and more imminent as we are looking almost certainly at a game 5 here. Just let one slip through early and they find one to put them ahead here in a game they have not looked very dominant at all in.
This could be one last look for the Raptors. JP to local going across. JP gets caught up in a demo. Squirrel will let it drop in motion. Take back to back. And as you said, Chunk, the reverse sweep very much alive, as that seemed like the Raptors game to close it up.
Yeah, 100%. They got a lot of good looks, a lot of good shots from local. Just could not find the net. Good saves, missed opportunities, unfortunate events. But this game 5, you're gonna need to lock in. You can't afford those miscues going into this last game.
Yeah, we saw local have as many shots as the entire motion team combined. Unfortunately, the main difference was motion as team went 2 for 7, and on the other side, local went 0 for 7. So that is something that has to be changed. Motion did a better job really creating those lower percentage shots, making it a little bit awkward. But I think we both know, Chunk, there were a couple of those shots that he should have had.
Yeah, 100%. Local, knowing him, gonna want those back. High look shots for him. Really good opportunities. Almost uncharacteristic of him, but I think if he cleans up his act, he'll bring this game 5 home for Raptors and not allow the reverse sweep. But motion will go into this game having all the momentum.
Yeah, reverse sweep on the line. Game 5, Champions Field between Raptors and Motion. Fresh 5 on the clock, and this being the last 5 minutes that we're going to see here tonight on Monday of Week 6 here in the Nemesis Gaming League. And a chance for Motion to get a huge win, but they got to shut down the Raptors, who look ready to strike on here early.
Yeah, great demo there by JP. Clears the net and just a really free shot there for a Grambo.
And was able to get up to that sidewall well and put the shot down. And of course, JP just clearing the path. Raptors bearing some teeth now. Grambo, a little bit of a fake, has no boost. JP flies right by Critter, trying to work his way out. Cloud's looking to do the same. JP reels back for a shot saved by Squirrel. Can Grambo find a follow-up? No. Clouds sends it high towards the backboard. Will get shut down once. Critter lobbing one away. JP will find the save down. We are really seeing the offenses look better and better from either side.
Yeah, both teams are warmed up in this game 5, looking for great opportunities here. This is one of those games in the season that you're going to look back and be like, wow, that was a phenomenal game we played. This could be a preview to a playoff game 100%.
Yeah, very well could. And again, you really are seeing the potential of both these teams in this matchup. Now a great pass, middle, and Clouds puts it away. Critter serves it to him on a silver platter, and he's not going to miss that one.
A great air dribble there from from Critter to just free up Clouds to take a shot anywhere he wants on the net. Just has to beat the defender, and he just finds the area he needed to put it in. It looks like we're going to have a tight game 5 here as both teams on the board early.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest changes is I think the Raptors defense is going to be tested like it hasn't been tested before. We saw them do extremely well getting in the faces of motion early. Didn't give them a lot of shot looks, obviously. Were really low scoring in those first 2 games. Even in that 3rd game, they only put up 2. And now I have a feeling that Motion's offense is going to look much, much scarier, and we'll see how they adapt to that change.
Yeah, the ball sails over too. Then early expects threat, but these passing plays I think that they've kind of created in the latter half of the series have been lethal. They haven't found an answer like JP and local had early on, but now it's the other side doing the exact same.
Yeah, it's one of the things we mentioned that motion needed to try and change, and hey, props to them. They were able to adapt. They made that change, and they have looked much better here going into these final games. And now here in game 5, looking to close out the reverse sweep as still knotted up 1-1, half this game left to go. Local booms into the backboard, looking for double squirrel, even with low boost still. Will find the nice takeaway. JP towards the corner. Grambo win as well. Still, maybe a look. Critter gets it back out to the corner. JP dunked by Squirrel. Local playing safe, getting full boost, heading back. Will be forced to save this shot. A little bit awkward off the far post. Almost a really, really tragic own goal.
Yeah, I've seen in the last couple possessions that they are really trying to make Clouds awkward. They are seeing him as a threat, and they are trying to get in his face, make him awkward. They've seen him clean up these possessions defensively, and they think that he is going to keep saving away these attacks that they have put on.
Another look here for Motion as this one up high. Squirrel trying to roll it. Middle JP gets it away from Clouds. Local gonna have a little bit of time and space. The flick shut down just barely by Critter Fall from Grambo. Put middle Squirrels clear. Cut short by Local. Clouds. Low boost sends it forward. JP is there, plays the catch towards the corner. Doesn't have much more than that. Some good boost control out of the Raptors as of right now, but still need to pounce while they have control. Grambo, nothing here. Squirrel clear made momentarily. JP trying to go middle, gets over Clouds. Demo on the far side takes out Logan. The follow-up is saved.
Yeah, Clouds were really able to get back to that, which is insane, as Squirrel gets a great shot as Grambo just barely back to save that. They are getting a lot of opportunities here. I think that if you're the Raptors, you need to shut down this offense. You were in control for a long time, and now you are getting punches sent back in your face in this Game 5.
And now final 45 seconds here in regulation. Who can clutch up when they need it? Grambo will take this one all the way back to the corner. And you gotta feel like someone's bound to break.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes in the Game 4. They've cleaned up their act. Just not a lot of mistakes, as Grambo might seal the series with this goal. 100% a good look here, given Clouds just got a heavy touch, and Critter didn't expect Grambo to shoot it with the amount of power he got. And if you're Critter, you might want that one back, but the game's not over. You still got 30 seconds to come back with the goal to equalize it.
Yeah, it was just not the approach he needed. Started turning way upfield and then got beat, but maybe a chance here for Motion to turn it around. This one shot on target, and it's good from Squirrel. Motion will not go down quietly.
Yeah, another passing play coming from Squirrel, and Clouds got a great opportunity. JP just couldn't get there in time. JP, I think that might count as an own goal, but not as costly as the first one.
Definitely not, but now 15 seconds left here before a possible overtime. Both these teams looking to end it before that. Maybe a look for Clouds. Shot on JP. Makes the save. Maybe a follow-up look. No one's going for it. Local will take it. Finds the clear out. This one looking to drop Critter. Will keep it alive a little longer. Flick into the backboard. Drops in front. Game 5 overtime. Reverse sweep on the line.
Yeah, they've had great opportunities the last seconds as the ball would drop dangerously down. They had a great opportunity there too with almost looked like a fake from Squirrel, as they will look to settle things down here in this overtime. We have had high-flying offenses, Clouds. Great attempt.
Yeah, I mean, this is both these teams looking as dangerous as danger can be, and we're seeing a lot of pressure building on either side. Dangerous bounce up high. Critter has low boost, signs a soft touch out. Local going middle. Grambo is there, but gets beat by Squirrel. JP takes the mid boost, turns, gets into Grambo, sends this one out a little bit too much behind it. Critter will have the clear. JP secures it back to the corner. A miss there from Local. Clouds rips it across, and Grambo will turn in the clear momentarily. Local shutting down this one from Squirrel. He's off the ceiling, gets it past Clouds. Grambo's there, and Raptors get it done. They fend off the reverse sweep, and they send Motion home packing.
Yeah, great pass. Critter just didn't get there. The passing play will end off the series, which I believe that is a great way to send it off, as passing plays really help teams really just get the edge. So hard to read with these infield passes, as we had a great series here tonight.
Absolutely, what a way to end off this night. I mean, Local talked about his playmaking ability. He got it out. And Grambo, a hat trick in the game 5 overtime. That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, Grambo really stepped up when his team needed it the most. Grambo, he may have been quiet those first couple games, but getting those key goals in the final game really sets him apart, and really a team effort coming from this Raptors team. Crip will be happy with the performance they put up here on stream.
Yeah, absolutely. He will. Shout out to Crip behind the scenes. And also, shout out to our Nemesis subscribers. Appreciate all their donations, all their subscriptions. Really, really playing a big impact here at the Nemesis Gaming League. Big shout out to them once again. Make sure to join up, subscribe yourself. We'd really appreciate it here over at Nemesis. Again, shout out to Flame, Storm Reaper, Wiggle, Crotera, Fenrir, Neon, Street Soul, and of course, Critter. That being said, what a night here at the Nemesis Gaming League. That is all we have. We are going to be back normal time, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. We're going to have Player of the Week. We're going to have 3 great matches. Make sure not to miss it. I've been Dronis alongside Chunk Light. We'll see you next time.